Could be worse. Could be 2 hours.
Wait, what? We're going to rush and record something? What is this?
Yes. All right, we are 1 hour late, but here we are. We are the Wicked. We're back. Last time...
Wait, we're back, we left?
Yes, we left, but we're back now. So everything is fine. Yeah, last time we did kingdom stuff. We took out the Knights of Valerian. Zacharias ignored the people's sensibilities when it came to graves and dug up their graves as well, because he thought there was something strange about the graves, and he found out a lot of secret documents were hidden in one of the saints' graves. Documents detailing a lot of members and stuff of the Knights of Valerian, which could be good since we are kind of wanting to root them out. So that was good. Mayor Hubert up and left. So now we have no one presenting the will of the people at the council anymore. That's a problem. But you know, the academy
We have cash for that.
The academy was yes. Cash will listen to the people, I'm sure. The academy was built, and Tiberius showed up and be like, "Hey, you can invest enormous amounts of money into my academy, and you will get awesome shit back." And we were like, "All right, let's invest all of the money." So we invested 250,000 gold into this damn thing.
A lot of which was treasury, and then the rest was like mine and your bank account.
Yes, and like 200,000 something was from the treasury, and the rest was bankrolled by Zacharias and Asurius, basically.
Which was a pretty big chunk out of my bank account.
Yeah. And I think that is what happened last time.
All right. So we begin, I suppose, with the meeting as before. It is the meeting is supposed to start. Everyone is gathered up as they do. And I guess the first thing to do is send off the money, if you want to Tiberius.
I have to take these gold bars off my desk.
It is not gold at this point, it's like platinum and diamonds and stuff.
Or is it gold bars?
And reliquary from many Knights of Valerian sort of chapter houses.
we pay with reliquaries.
I also have this diamond I took from a priest at some point. Yeah.
Take this. Yeah. So that's something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yo, everyone's gathered up. Everyone has their things. There are people waiting outside to do stuff. Something. What have your character actually been doing for the remainder of the time, if you want to say anyway?
Zacharias has been doing a lot of crafting for people in the group. Basically spent 3 months crafting.
Gone to the Isle and just hung out there?
Yeah, in his lab. Checked up on the clones. Oh, he delivered the clones to you, those people who wanted their clones. So you can add a tube with a clone to your character sheet. I don't know where you store that. That's up to you. But if you die horribly, then like your body gets mangled or something, and you don't get like saved by Asurius in a few rounds, your soul will be whisked away to your clone, where you will be emerging, basically good as new.
But naked.
But naked, yes, because it's like
And then you need to find a guy with a motorcycle.
yes.
What?
Butt naked or butt naked?
But naked.
Whichever one you want.
Sure. I mean, you could dress the clone up, I guess, but you need to like crack open the tank and like get in there and do stuff.
Yeah, it gets old and then moldy. And
yeah, you probably should leave it there for now.
So, yeah.
I need your clothes and your...
Just leave a change of clothes outside the tube.
Yeah.
So what has Marcus been doing?
I think Jake had to step away, actually.
What has Kyron been doing?
Well, Kyron has been doing some things.
All right.
Mostly keeping an eye on
Can you
Hubert
be a
and
little
the
bit
dwarves.
more vague, do you think?
You know, maybe you'll see some things,
Sure.
what he has done.
Cash doing anything, or
50-foot golden statue
Well,
of Kyron
I
outside.
wanted to do something, but you and Dark didn't have time at the same time.
oh well. Dark, what have you been doing?
Azurius has been, well, probably done a tiny bit of talking with Frayne, has been looking at his plans of trying to spread the religion and looking at the bureaucracy of paperwork for this kingdom.
Yeah. How does Sirius feel about Thrain being the High Cardinal of Talingarde? Cardinal of the state religion and everything.
It's disappointing that it's both disappointing yet delicious, because it's helping from just corrupting from the inside out, the slow process of tearing their dreams apart.
Thrain does seem to enjoy it quite a bit, actually. Sort of, he's smiling unusually much. Before he was always so tired and angry, but now he kind of has, he has a great cathedral. Everyone has to do what he says. He seems to like it, and many of the people who now sit in the big churches around also seems to weirdly be people he used to work with, and whom he actually likes. Perhaps giving him a lot more room than before to not be as undercover.
He can be slightly more overt.
Yeah. As before, church money continues to flow into the treasury as well.
Of which every coin has been counted.
Yeah.
Counted and touched by Melanie.
Yes. Pets every coin. Gives
You
them
know what the sign of a very, very suspicious treasurer is? Him casting arcane mark on every gold piece.
Ugh.
Well, he might not object if you minted coins with him on it.
I wouldn't object to coins with my face minted on it.
That's something you could certainly begin
I
doing.
know the perfect face for coins.
You think Kyron?
Almost.
Is this a gold dragon?
we could have like 6 different varieties of gold coin.
Regardless.
6 different varieties of gold coin, one of each of our faces on it.
Yeah.
And Tinamanders.
Regardless, there are some petitioners as usual, and it doesn't sound like any of you have been doing a whole lot, sort of, except hang out in your various places, meaning probably the Isle of Erymanthus and the Cathedral of the Agathium,
And Farhold.
mostly. Oh yeah, Farhold as well.
Yeah, Farhold got a little bit of
Marcus
attention.
hangs out in Farhold.
I can go there now, like at will.
Yeah, Farhold's got a little bit of attention from me as well, looking over my project there.
How's have Marcus done any recruitment for the knights?
I mean, sure.
At the moment,
yes.
Marcus has almost complete control of that city. Like, whoever has power and is not a vampire spawn is under domination of vampire spawn. There's, like, it has completely been broken. There's no one there who...
So you're saying the town is...
But, yeah, no, like, I wanted to recruit, like, from the mercenaries for the Hell Knights if anyone wanted to join.
Oh, right now they just kind of want their land and money. They've been promised a lot of things, and they're just sitting here in a fucking tent camp for months and months. I mean, they kind of want to, like, if the money runs out for drinking and well, that's really all that's allowed here. Then they will just go and find some other employment.
Well, we have a deal for you?
Yeah. It's kind of boring in this damn city. All the people are so holy.
I know. Oh, do I know it? Like
the ladies wear like 4 dresses.
They have those like huge headdress things, like nuns. Like
the people of Matherin still are incredibly devout.
Mm-hmm.
Go to church every day, even though the preachings are a bit different now.
There's probably more people praying than there was before we came.
You don't necessarily think that was possible. All people pray all the time anyway. They like at 12, people stop work and they go and pray. It happens a few times a day, dawn, dusk. It's their way they live.
We need to break their hopes.
Let's give them some alternatives, shall we?
Yes, I think we should.
Mm-hmm.
As I said,
Like,
the council has gathered.
right.
The first issue is how do you want to spend your allocation of points?
Well, there are a few suggestions. We had 1 point in war, 3 in research, and 1 in foundry. We had 2 points in research, 2 in war, and like 1 in foundry and 1 in Yeah, I think that was it. Or
I think Jonas, DDS, and I, we kind of discussed this already. Jake and Tina, do you have any input on this, since we are spending everyone's money on it, basically?
No,
No.
I put my money in there. I trust you guys to spend it wisely. I don't really care about the Arcane Academy.
Okay, no opinion whatsoever.
the question then would be, should we put the point into the foundry, getting a lot of low quality magical items that we could
For the army.
conceivably equip the army with, or should we go for the artificers to get highly high tech? Basically, it's like the applied science department, where we get yes, I have built
These are the mech suits. Yeah.
yeah, it's like I have built a sky city. But it is very small.
Probably that. We want to get... I think what's better is not necessarily... I mean, it's good to fit out all the normal guys with some better stuff, but I think it's best if they don't fear the whole army, they fear one elite unit, that's just if they show up, we're fucked.
So, 1 war, 1 artificer, 3 research.
It would bring in a lot of research.
I think we need to... Yeah, I think we need to focus on getting the really cool stuff.
I mean, the technology, tech-wise speaking, Talingarde is retarded. It hasn't magical research has been forbidden for generations now. And if
we need to catch up.
Yeah, we need to catch up. Again, this could be. This could be the new Geb. It could be a new place where arcane research is just amazingly prevalent.
So I'm suggesting it, hoping that the others don't know what Geb is.
Yes. Just don't look that up.
Unfortunately, I have points in geography.
Oh, Gab sounds like a nice place.
Yes, it was very nice actually. Yes, you would love it. Yeah.
No one ever disagrees.
Zachariah, stop your bluff.
Marcus would be loved there. I mean,
yeah. Zacharias, Marcus,
man.
we go there on vacation. We bring the dragons.
Yeah, no. We just lay out on the beach in our bikinis.
Yes. So allocating points, guys. What is gonna be?
Okay,
I vote for
I'm
research.
just going to suggest 1 war, 1 artificer, 3 research. Does anyone disagree?
I'm considering
I'm
because
down.
I do like the idea of the foundry, but
I do like the idea of the foundry as well.
because equipping an army with even just healing potions changes things so much.
That's true.
But I do also
Well, I mean...
So think of it this way: magic, +1 swords, or mech suits.
We could do...
Mech suit. What single?
Well,
We could do 2
one mech suit
research
is
and
pretty
1
good.
foundry, even.
But think of the research, Jake. It
Yeah, no, we'll
enables
still
us
get
to do all the
double-
things in the first place.
Yeah.
I like the
Zachariah
research because it's the way Manikai described the research to us was weather control, trade portals, and I'm yes,
And
yes.
it would also
It
attract...
enables and raises the chance of success on different huge projects.
And it
like
potentially attracts
I think
useful
that's
people.
weather control.
Raises the
We got
chance
a big
of
army
wonders,
coming toward us. We
basically.
flood them. We land giant sleet rocks on them.
Yeah, Zacharias goes to Orthanc and starts shouting at the clouds.
Yeah. I am the guardian of the flame of Ador.
We will call it the Thunder Spire. It's just going to be clouds
So,
and just rains and stuff around it. I would be fine with 1 war, 1 artificer, and 3 research.
I would be fine too.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
So no foundry and no potion making.
No,
Yes.
So that is what you're saying.
that's
Yes.
what
I
we're
mean,
saying.
there's potion makers in the world. They can do that on their
I
own.
mean, we're not stopping potion makers.
No, we're just not supporting it traditionally.
No, we're not making a special dedicated wing in the academy for it.
They can invest points and make their own wing.
I mean, I do love money, but research.
Yeah, if they want to pool 50,000 gold, they can do it to their own thing.
Mallory thinks that should all be potion made.
Yeah, of course.
Because that would make the economy bloom. Think about it.
The money.
All the people could begin working on how to make stone into gold.
You know, Philosopher's Stones would be pretty good.
You know,
Exactly.
maybe
Yeah, all the
Zacharias.
20th level alchemists.
Maybe Zacharias wouldn't actually like the people to have too much magic because magic needs to be controlled.
Wait, what is this? You're going
Knowledge
against-
flows from Zacharias. That's how it's going to work.
You
You're
need
going
to learn
against
the
the
true name of magic so you can
It
He wants
control
to be
its
able to
use.
give and take it away.
Yeah, it's the Lord giveth and
The Lord
taketh.
giveth and the Lord taketh away.
God complex. Very well. I will mark that
Is
down as
Zacharias a
your...
god complex? No.
I will mark that down as your thing then.
Yes.
One god complex.
The money has been spent.
My
And I
gold!
believe there is nothing in the treasury at the moment.
No.
It's empty.
There is not a single coin. We took the coin Mallory has been petting, like we took that too, and tossed it in.
Well, you know, he mostly cares about making money, not so much about hoarding it.
Sure. Okay. He likes the flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He likes to see numbers grow.
Sure.
Some people put it. And he's saddened that right now the kingdom is still under what what it used to be, and it's just terrible.
What
We'll
did
get
it
it
used to be?
12,000 a month. That is terrible.
What did it used to be?
It was good up to like 30.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Things have gone bad recently. Population has been falling. Work is terrible.
Would he
refugees
actually-
and all kinds of stuff.
if we retake the Borderlands, let's just ask first how long would it take? Do we have an estimate? What would it cost us? Anything? Or like is the army already paid for?
Well, it depends on who you ask.
Yeah.
Because these people, well, not a lot of them have military experience on your council as actual soldiering people.
Wouldn't Berifor have some soldiering
Yeah.
experience?
He has some, but he's never led armies.
What if we could we set
have-
haughty man Barca in charge of it? Maybe he's a military man.
He could. He's never led an army either.
He
I
hasn't.
have.
No, his brother did that.
Didn't he? What? Okay.
What, the one we plan on killing?
No, that's a like distant cousin.
No,
His brother
that,
was the
Oh,
king who
right,
led the
yes,
army
yes.
No,
and
that-
lost.
no, that's the guy I meant. The haughty guy we have imprisoned.
Oh, that guy. Oh, yeah. He has led armies before. He's a renowned general.
Yeah.
He has not been visited much in the last half year
Asurius, you should talk to the
at
guy.
all.
He's
We
at
don't
your
actually know if
home.
he's still there.
He like lives in your home. You should visit him.
You know,
He's
Chances are he has broken down with all kinds of stress.
He might.
He's probably not useful anymore.
he was not a person I was kind of that interested
If-
in. I kind of left the fire axe to it.
If we take a peek in on him, like, is he still there? Or like, is
He's
he?
just like shivering
Well,
in
he
the
looks like a
corner.
man who has not taken a bath in probably 3 months.
Has he been locked in there?
Basically, he has had food delivered to him by skeletons, and that's the only interaction he's had through 4 months.
You guys are terrible.
It is terrible.
We are terrible people.
Fire axe, not one of it.
A fire axe knows how to take care of himself, doesn't he?
Could Marcus lead the army?
Zagor's fine. Marcus,
Yeah, I could probably.
do you have a lot? It takes soldier skill.
I don't
Profession
have
soldier.
that.
You don't have
Somehow.
profession soldier? What?
I wasn't ever an actual like soldier in an army, but I did lead the army in the Vale.
Well, I have profession
Did
soldier.
I?
Well, if we
Not a lot of it. I have some.
if we scrub haughty cousin up a bit, give him bath, see if he's still sane. Maybe we can do that in the month where we're legalizing prostitution. See if we can get him back on his legs. Maybe he could lead an army for us.
We
Otherwise,
could just at least ask Fireaxe of what he thinks about the whole deal. Like how long
We could
it's going to
if-
take and stuff. He can't lead the army, of course, but
can we ask?
I mean-
can we ask Eisenmark to lead it for us? Maybe he's renowned.
Well, hang on. If we wanted to invest in combining my headband with an intelligence one, then we could give me max ranks in professional soldier immediately.
that's cheesy. That is so cheesy.
It's true.
but it works.
It works, and it's besides maybe it's the war crown of a man who was a really good soldier. He imbued all his knowledge of soldiery in his crown, and I'm fusing it magically with my.
But
cool
you
headband.
don't do that after realizing that you need a check with that skill. Like, oh, let me just retcon a skill bonus.
No, we could. No, it's not retconning. It's us sitting down and be like, all right,
Or
we need to retake the
crafting
Borderlands. They're like, we need a general, and we're like,
Oh yeah,
Well,
I suppose
We will
that.
build a general.
how about
Yeah.
we employ the dark sorcery at our disposal? And
Imbue you with the knowledge of the 7 hell.
yeah, exactly. We just
The other two are missing.
Actually
I
perfectly-
could use I
perfectly
could
in
use
character.
the commune from Hellbrand, and we could even have the devils give us the knowledge if we wanted to go that far.
Devil general,
Yeah.
fiendish tactics.
Desida, what do you know about military?
The one issue with this is that I don't have enough money for that. So, like, just by myself, I don't have enough money for that.
It's a bit cheesy anyway. But yeah.
I mean, for the campaign itself, we just here. Well, I can forge you an +2 intelligence headband and just give it to you.
Right. Yeah.
You can just
Well, we
use
would
that
need
for the
to
campaign.
pay the cost to merge it with a +4 charisma.
What are we even discussing right now? I thought this check was only to like
need-
estimate how it would turn out,
We
like how long
need-
it would take and
We
stuff.
need a
Yeah.
general to lead it, and we don't have one.
Well, that's like 3 steps ahead, I think.
No,
I can
that-
bring
that's
anyone
like
in and ask them right now.
That's like the first thing we need, right? We need to retake the thing. It's like, yes, we need a general to lead the
But
troops.
we need an opinion by a general, not a general right now.
We don't have that either.
Well, yeah, we don't
We
have a
have
general
two.
to...
We actually have 2 generals.
I would just go like ask Firex, hey Firex, how do you think about retaking the Borderlands? What would we need? He doesn't have to be the general who ends up leading it, but at least it would give us an estimate of like how long it's going to take and how much it's going to take.
You want to go and talk to FireX in the meeting?
Could.
Well, maybe not in the
Maybe not.
meeting.
Hold up, everyone.
We can call in Eisenmark.
Yeah, he would
He's
be the
currently
other
sitting
alternative.
somewhere. He's taken up residence in one of the abandoned manors of the Golden Bro, where he's currently hanging out with his people,
Yeah, we could call
just
for
waiting
him.
for something to do. Yeah.
He's consulting the state. currently.
Chances are he might not care too much about the ban on prostitution and the like. So
No, it's more like we are preparing now to.
But yeah,
make
we are
good on our
currently
promises.
in month 5, which means we wanted to do the whole prostitution thing and that. So
Yeah,
we
you
have
yeah.
we have another month to basically prepare for the decision on whether to retake the Borderlands or not.
Yes.
Prostitution! War!
So you want to first? Well, there's also, of course, now that you have done this, there's also people who want to come and talk to you, want to give petitions and the like. Be heard by the council. If you're interested in accepting such,
Well, yeah,
you
of
can
course.
send them away, of course.
Oh, come in, and if you disagree, we'll kill you.
Well, before that, though, I still have like Sakurai will look around the council and he will ask. He will probably specifically ask Thrain here about any information on the resistance movement that the princess is supposedly heading up. Like, do we have any info on them? Do we know what groups are there? Like, who are they? Where are they meeting? Stuff like that. How many are actually against us? How is our control on the countryside? Stuff like that. We need intelligence.
Franklin Larsline says, I suppose I have not been in this position for too long. However, it seems quite obvious that the Borderlands are completely against us. The priests are openly preaching for the destruction of the current regime.
Sakurai nods.
They have no fear, as the reach of the government currently is only where the army is.
And how exactly would we change that? Because we do want a reach. We want our rule to permeate the country as much, if not more, than the Mithrans. He looks over to Thrain.
Okay.
How soon can you start replacing the priests of the surrounding villages and countrysides?
I have replaced the important ones, but I lack sufficient amounts of friends to replace all the ones in the smaller villages out in the countryside. We could begin bringing them in, but I'm afraid that whoever I would set upon such a task would disagree too much with what they would actually want to do, simply alerting them that they were coming. I reign over people who are so disgustingly righteous.
Zacharias nods. Well, something has to be done. We can't have the countryside rising up against us. I'd prefer not to kill everyone, but...
It seems to at the moment be large-scale recruitment and training. Again, very in the open.
Yes, we need to squash that.
Perhaps making an example.
Anything particular in mind?
I'm sure your own people have been looking at this. However, my priests seem to be converging on a particular town.
Yes.
One that is so far as to fly the unicorn banner.
Oh,
They might soon stop even paying taxes.
what town, pray tell?
You might have visited it before. Pray tell the tales are correct. It is a small town near the old prison of Brandiskar.
Zacharias sits up a little straighter in his chair. Oh, really?
Why is that? Cash just looked really angry now.
It is Veriston.
I know. What is going on there?
As far as I understand, the city is completely disregarding the regime and has called for Belinda to be crowned in absence. They also seem to have pretty much an entirely resistance-oriented population.
Oh my god.
Well, that needs to be taken care of.
I totally agree.
Perhaps, if we really wanted the resistance gone, well, why not do something the people understand? We could, well, if we paid for every one of them and has been delivered, I'm sure the people would do so. I know I would.
Cash takes one of her daggers and stabs it in the table and goes, I can show them how to behave, if needed, in a lot cheaper way.
We need, I think we need to go there and have a talk with the populace, yes. You show them that it is foolish to oppose us. Perhaps our personal touch on this matter might be a good idea.
Cash...
raises a hand as well. Says, actually, I do think rather the carrot instead of the stick tactic would work rather well. The idea of bounties does make sense.
But
It would also take the blood off of our hands.
But would
Still
it
get the
actually influence people that are so fanatical in their devotion to this princess? Would they actually crumble at the sight of gold? It seems unlikely to me.
Perhaps not, but others would, and then they would be fighting each other. The greedy and the zealous, and we would be rid of both.
Cash looks extremely annoyed and looks at the group as an excuse me, and she casts a spell.
Zacharias looks and says, well, see to it then. But if this grows if this does not start to decline immediately, we need to take more drastic measures, I fear.
Well, how many thousands of gold would we need to the bounties?
And what do you think would be reasonable?
Well, we are working in the sizes of at least 10,000 gold. At least.
Zacharias sort of massages his his temples. That is fine. I will front the 10,000 needed for the initiation of this.
More could, of course, be added later. It's for an added effect, I imagine.
Zacharias digs around in his pockets, throws a platinum bar or something over to Mallory. And I will remove the money.
Sure. Mallory just sort of grabs it and says, I will post a notice. Anyone carrying the unicorn will be a nice target. I'm sure the bounty hunters will have much to do.
Zacharias nods. Good. Make sure that he says that the righteous and rightful ruler is displeased with the dissenters in such a perilous time as this, when the kingdom needs to stand together and unite, etc., etc. And as such, any information that can be brought to the crown's attention would be that would help in unifying the kingdom would be handsomely rewarded. I imagine you can think of the rest.
So I will, yes. Very well, my lords. This also should not take any time to do.
Cash opens her eyes and says, well, apparently they're very religious. So she looks to High Cardinal Thrain. I suppose that's your domain then.
All the people in this cursed kingdom are religious.
Well, apparently
And to the wrong god.
Apparently these bunch are very religious.
Yes, and so my hands are tied. I am their cardinal, and I will teach them as it suits me. Only some will listen, however.
Well, if they're as religious as we think, or as I've been told, I doubt we can make them turn with money.
No,
But we don't make them turn. We just pay others to hunt them down. We keep our hands clean.
Was it Davran, the city we talked about?
Venara?
It's Veriston.
Veriston.
Okay, where's Davran? I forgot.
Is that the spelling?
It's in the east.
Oh, I will post it for you.
Well, apparently something is happening in Davran.
It's
Damn
east
it.
of Gastenhall.
Yeah, the Baroness Venya is there, I think.
Yeah, she's doing her thing.
We should
Barrister.
check up on her occasionally, at least.
Sure.
Well,
She has our number. She can call us.
by the way, Manikai, when you say her from the north, who is that? Some noble from the north?
Maybe.
Damn.
Wait, did you say her from the north?
Yeah?
Because my mind snaps to two people in Pacific, either Queen Elizabeth, at our table here, or the Queen of the Ice Elves.
I doubt it's her.
I don't know what you're referring to, but those are the two things I think of when I think north. And
Cashier's sending because the city we're talking about is the city that her husband has been in and has been fooling around. And she asked him basically, what the fuck?
How big is the city?
How big is the city?
And Cat was like, what woman were you with? What noble woman were you with? And he's like,
It is about 1,200 people.
That's not a lot.
And he basically just said, noble from the north.
It is known for fertile land.
All right. Zacharias will tell Mallory. By the month's end, I want a full report on how this has gone, Mallory. And if the resistance is not crushed, I will see to this personally.
My lord, I don't think 10,000 gold will crush the entire resistance. It will, however, put a thorn in their side.
Zacharias thinks for a minute. Is there a lot of other cities around that part?
I mean, they're not very dense.
Hey, I
1,200 people.
Are you thinking of burn and slaughter?
I am thinking of marching up there and being like, you guys, no. And then just reduce it to ash and ruin.
Storm of Vengeance. There you go. Put it.
I can send the dragons. That's a power play. Like they're flying the unicorn banner. They are directly opposing us.
If they are directly opposing us, we should directly tell them politely to stop.
You can certainly send them a letter.
A strongly worded letter.
Wait, no.
Followed by undead dragons.
No. This is too personal to be a letter. We
No,
need to mark it
I
ourselves,
think
you know.
if Zacharias shows up with the 2 undead soul dragons and just turn that city into a wasteland.
Why do you get to have all the fun?
I mean, do you want to come along? The dragons are kinda skittish.
You know, Death Ward.
Sure.
Dragons can't do much at that point.
And I mean, yes, just destroy the place. It's 1,200 people. They're openly opposing us. It would certainly make an example. Like Zacharias will throw that out to the council. Like, would anyone be opposed to like who suggested making an example out of them? There was someone who did.
Desert partially did.
It was a deserter.
Partially, those people.
Let's all say that seems to be a reasonable thing to do.
There's nothing wrong. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the plan of burn and slaughter.
The thing is, it feels to me like our grip is so tenuous that I want to like dig our claws in a bit.
Elizabeth
quicker.
actually leans forward and says, if this plan is to succeed, well, all the slaughter, pin them to trees, perhaps even, salt the ground and make sure nothing will ever grow. That should get the point across.
That'll make them more angry, but regardless, I don't really care.
We can't make them much more angry, really. They are they're basically in open revolt to us. They are paying taxes just barely. And basically they're saying we're not even going to do that.
Mm-hmm. I say
What I'm
destroy
saying
them.
to
I have had enough of open resistance.
all I'm going to say to you, Zacharias, is what a match.
It's basically you fly that banner, you aid anyone that is flying that banner. You trade with people under the unicorn insignia, and we will freaking destroy you.
Malorn is being slightly generous in chat, saying we should give him an ultimatum.
No, they're religious fanatics.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
We still technically could politely ask and then burn them to shreds.
Right. Mallory, send that thing back to me.
Oh, now Mallory's
You like the flow the platinum bar back.
Flow the platinum bar.
You can take it back.
Yeah, I'll take that back. Add that back. Alright, yeah, no. This town, I thought it was like a city of like a 10,000 or something huge like that. Just a freaking little village. Yeah.
Not really a village, but yes, it's going to be burning.
It's time. It's time to do it. Well, I'm gonna take care of that.
I will prepare the death ward.
I'm gonna bring bring a few people, surround the city, and then send the dragons in to just rampage through it. Anyone trying to flee will run into the blockade and will get cut down.
It will take a month to make sure that the
Oh god damn it!
the whole thing is dealt with.
Yay.
It's probably better to deal with that sooner rather than later, though.
Yeah, I kinda think so.
Money!
I know.
But what?
Don't I
No.
know it?
Let's just build the arena next.
No.
Oh,
Can I have my Grand Cathedral next, Kyron?
All right, we're gonna take care of Variston.
We do soon need a grand cathedral. After all, Asmodeus has been not really heard for half a year of rulership. Besides, it's going to take a long time to build it, so we might as well get started.
I agree.
We will see to that when the borderlands are secure and we actually have a stable ground to build this on. Starting such a project now, we will be building on quicksand and will sink.
Also, the fact we have.
Looks at Asurius and sort of frowns slightly.
I would love for us to have a cathedral. I think one of our major issues right now, though, is we do not have the funds for such a project.
Well, Asmodeus wanted us to see succeed. If we were to succeed, we need money.
Money.
Can we get an estimate on? We need to talk to Fireaxe about an estimate on the retaking the Borderlands thing. We can consult Eyes and Mark, see what he thinks, and maybe wash up and see if we can get get old cousin Barca straight. You know, see if he can sit up in a saddle without being completely mad. Or if he can't, maybe we can ask either Eisenmark to lead the reconquest of the Borderlands, or we will need to send Berethor, I guess, because we have no other general.
Who the hell is Berethor? Oh.
King.
Oops. Are we going to Davrin too?
No.
Sounds
Well,
like
we could go there and just check up on how she's
I
doing.
mean, we can pop our heads in.
I think it's a good idea.
we could send our two spy devils to just take a look around Devon and see what's going on.
I don't know, I think it's better.
Don't we have the spider was watching the damn dwarf or something?
The dwarf's gone. He's no problem.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Karen has given me his personal assurances. Alright, let's take care of Variston.
I think we should go regardless to Davrin and see what the hell is, the hype is about.
Sure. Variston, Fireaxe, Cousin Barca,
Davrin.
There's still people waiting outside the door.
Alright, fine.
Victor.
Bring him
Okay, send them in.
To speak.
in. God damn it, what do you want?
Really angry.
The first one is a dwarf
What?
dressed in sort of a splendidly fine mail, sort of bronze laid with some sort of dwarven noble insignia. Who even knows? It looks very old, but also sort of recently polished up. And he'll walk sort of in. He's flanked by two people wearing a very similar thing. Probably his clansmen. As he then bows towards Berethor. Then next to the council says, "Honored council, I come with good tidings from the newly crowned King Turin Brightmetal."
Looks over to Chiron. What have you done, you fool?
I've met him. He's a reasonable person.
That's... Yes?
We wish to offer peace and prosperity between our two kingdoms, and would like to assure this Talingarde that we have no ill intent.
No, this is actually a good idea because trade.
Sure.
My fault exactly.
Chiron, you're a genius!
As
All right.
beyond that, our two independent nations shall exist side by side, us under the ground and you above it.
Sounds
Our
good.
people have retaken our ancient halls. The vile Dwergar shall be no more in the land. And so, our realm shall be reborn. Soon we will move to the other ancient dwarven halls and take them back.
Zacharias nods and says, "A worthy project, fitting for a newly crowned king such as yours. I think you can. I can speak for all of the council and His Majesty when I say that the Kingdom of Talingarde wishes peace and prosperity between our two nations as well. Both of our people have suffered much, but I do think that we can help each other. Trade, for instance, rare metals, things like this we need in abundance, and in return, food, supplies, wood, for instance, tools, etc., we can provide to you. All in all,
There's
it should-
much trade will be happening indeed. We, however, also ask that the government hold no dwarf from his birthright of going and living in this new kingdom, and keeps the borders open for our people.
The borders can certainly remain open as long as the open borders are not exploited for anything that would damage the kingdom.
So, which is good. I believe that is sufficient.
Excellent. And then I guess we will write up some noble paper and have Berthor stamp it.
Have Desita read it.
Also, looks as we expect to leave a diplomat here in Matherin who can speak on the kingdom's behalf.
We shall also send a diplomat to your people. Similar terms, yes.
Which is very well. We expected as much.
Who gets the sucky life of living underground?
Halfus, I have a deal for you.
He needs to run Brandon. Wait, no, Brandon's car's gonna burn. Never mind.
Now the prison is gonna stand. It's the village that's gonna burn.
We're not gonna send Halfus.
No.
As a diplomat? You
Timian?
think that's a bad idea? Theodora?
Timian, he likes
Theodora
underground,
could
right?
be pretty good.
Timian is not a diplomat, though.
The dwarves at a balance is good. Consider our contact you have made in peace. And then he turns and leaves, really. Doesn't really have much to say.
We should just
statement.
we should just get that Draga we got to deal with and get him to be our diplomat.
Do they have a name for the kingdom?
Yes.
Yes, King Kavula says we should send Cedric as a diplomat to the Dwarven Kingdom. I agree. That's a perfect fit for him.
Oh, I feel sorry for
It
him.
is Carson Turin.
Carson
That's
Turin?
that's the name. I will write it for you.
Like Chiron as a kind of offhanded comment to nobody in particular just says, "It was quite enjoyable to fight alongside their famed dragon slayers. The irony was not lost on me."
What did you do?
Zacharias looks over to him. Well, someone has had a busy month.
I made some friends.
Yes, I can see.
It's hardly a crime, is it?
Making friends? No, hardly.
Desert looks over and says, if we need it to be, my lords.
We could text making friends.
Certainly,
But-
if we make it vague enough. Well, that might actually get some money in the treasury.
Shut
More
up.
taxes seems always to be a good thing.
Oh, man.
Except on wine.
We're raising taxes only on wine.
Oh, Mallory. We should see to that church tax.
Well, right now it wouldn't actually affect me because there is no Asmodean church to tax.
Well, Zacharias will promise as well. It is good to have more allies around us. The more people that are dependent on us, the less the princess can rally, I should think. And having the dwarves indebted to us is a good thing.
Well, let's send the next person in. Let's get this over with.
There appears to be no more people right now.
Really? He was the one harassing outside the door?
Just knocking aggressively.
It's kind of
No,
important.
But there were just people waiting. You took your time talking about everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So have we actually decided what we spent our action on this month?
Yeah, taking out the village.
Okay. I shall note that down. Taking out Veriston.
You can do as, of course, do as the dear queen bids, and also salt the earth, making sure that nothing in the area can ever grow again.
Was it the
That sounds a bit excessive,
But we would make it an edifice to what happens to anyone who opposes us.
I suppose.
Would be a patch of useless land now, but
Look
Was
at
that
this
the
map. There's so
queen's
much land, you know?
suggested that? Was it the queen who suggested that?
Yeah.
Oh.
she seems to know her way around being ruthless.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Is that the first time she has said anything?
No, she's commented before, but nothing major. Doesn't seem like most of the things here interest her much.
Except salting the earth.
Of Talingarde.
Oh my god.
I mean, on the one hand, it would be a better message. On the other hand, it would be salting our own land instead of making money from it.
Mm-hmm. Would we lose a lot of money doing the sort
Well,
of thing?
there's very little, and they don't pay anyway.
Well, that's... Alright. Done.
Well, we can't expect to rebuild that town.
That's fine. Who likes it anyway? We can
Sure.
we can build a small one next to it.
Right, so what exactly are you going to do?
Well,
Oh god.
we are gonna move. Well, can we take some of the mercs with us to, like, to
How
help
many
us
do you
take it
take?
out?
How many do you take?
5,000.
Right. Just 5,000 of the lot, or?
Yeah, 5,000 mercs. Does Eisenmark wanna come along?
He's done this sort of thing before, but he doesn't think it's necessary if he's asked.
Okay.
He
Then-
could, certainly. Like, he doesn't have a problem with it at all.
Yeah. Well, let's bring Eisenmark.
5 mercs
Right.
per inhabitant?
And Eisenmark.
That's 10,000
And,
people
yeah.
then.
So it's 10 mercs per person, plus
Like-
us, plus the dragon.
1,000 heavy cavalry.
Mm-hmm.
Such.
Handle it.
Hey,
Oh, I
the
have
army marches.
I have a question actually before we march.
Mhm.
Asturias.
Yes.
Those seals that Thorn was given to people.
Yes.
Can you make those seals?
I don't think we found out how.
Do you have any of those spare?
If we have one left, you could research it.
I'm pretty sure we used all of them. We only had 2 left.
It's something you can research, if that's something you want to do.
I would, yes.
We do. We are putting money into a university.
That
Research.
might make it easier and faster.
How convenient.
Because I would like them, but I don't know how.
You know, maybe Zacharias and Azurius can take a week in the month and take a look at that, see what we can do.
We just spend a month poring over magic.
See what we can do about that.
The conflux of magic shall be too great to hold.
Because giving those seals out to different people is probably a pretty good idea.
I would like one in all our major dukes, for example.
Yeah, and like if Eisenmark can have one, Barrythor should have one. Just give it to people so they can contact us in case something happens.
I think it's gonna be an intern joke that whenever someone talks about Bellafor, we're like, who?
It's Darth Haviland.
No, I don't like that name.
You know, I like him. I like Darth Haviland.
No. There's too much comic in it.